What's up, kids? It's Mr. T at Mr. T Do Numbers, and I'm doing subtracting fractions with unlike denominators, right? So I have 5 1/3, and I'm trying to subtract 2 3/4 from it, right? The only problem is fourths and thirds is not the same size piece. Do not tell me that the answer is 3 and then try to subtract those. You're not gonna get it. They don't have the same denominators. You gotta find a common denominator first, right? Now, to find a common denominator, I taught my kids how to skip count the denominators up until you find the lowest one that's the same, the least common denominator, all right? So 3 plus 3 is 6, plus 3 is 9, plus 3 is 12. And that should ring a bell because your 4 has a 12 in it. 4 plus 4 is 8, plus 4 more is 12, all right? So the common denominator of thirds and fourths is 12ths, which means that all I have to do is skip count the numerators up and I can make new fractions. 1 plus 1 is 2, plus 1 is 3, plus 1 is 4. So instead of 5 1/3, I'm going to use 5 4/12. Now 3 plus 3 is 6, plus 3 is 9. So instead of 2 3/4, I'm going to use 2 9/12. Now from here, I start to subtract and realize I have a different type of problem. This is 4/12 minus 9/12. Do not tell me that the answer is 5/12. Do not try to subtract going up. No. What you have to do is go next door and borrow from the 5. You're not going to miss the 1's door, right? The 5 and Mr. 1's door going to open. Say, what do you need? You're going to say, I need some 12s because I'm short some 12s. Now, he don't got no 12s to give you, but he will give you a 1. When he gives you a 1, this becomes 4 wholes now instead of 5. Now, the 1 that he gives you, it does not do you any good to bring it back as 1 whole. The problem is you need 12s. So take that 1 whole that he gave you and turn it into 12 12s because 12 12s is 1 whole. Now you turn around and put it with the 4 12s you have. Now you have 4 wholes and 16 12s minus 2 wholes and 9 12s. And now you good, or the kids say you Gucci, because 16 12s minus 9 12s is 7 12s, and 4 minus 2 is 2. All right? Now let me give you another example. Erase that. Now, another example I can give you for subtracting fractions with unlike denominators, I'll give you an easier one. We'll do 3 4/5 minus 1 1/2. This one is easier. There's no borrowing in this one. But I do have fifths and I have halves, right? So if I skip count that up, 5 plus 5 is 10. And since I know my 2's, I know this is 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So the common denominators is 10. Right? So now I just skip count my numerators. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1/2 is 5/10. And 4 plus 4 is 8. So instead of using 3 4/5, I'm going to use 3 8/10. And instead of using 1 1/2, I'm going to use 1 5/10. Now I can subtract with no problem. 3 8/10 minus 1 5/10. Well, 8/10 minus 5/10 is 3/10. And 3 minus 1 is 2. This answer is 2 3/10. Again, this is Mr. T, sorry, and this is subtracting fractions with unlike denominators.